What's going on, Socialites? Welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society Pokemon UNITE video, and it's everybody's favorite type of video. It's another tier list video. You all hit the thumbs up for that. You all subscribe for that shit. That's the good shit. That's the crack in there. So I'm just mixing these up a little bit. Why not? So yeah, crazy stuff. Blastoise not released. Blissey released instead. And I've really been enjoying Blissey, but you know, Blissey comes in and that means that we need to do another tier list because everything has kind of changed. So here we are. Here we are where we're supposed to be, where the fates have aligned us. So we got our standard S through D ranking. This time you don't want the D. Not that, I don't know. Maybe you wanted it earlier. I don't know. This time you don't want it though. Trust me. And I hope your favorite Pokemon's in the D this time. Alright, so we're just gonna hop right into this. Gardevoir, I think, is still a solid B. Just a really solid, balanced Pokemon. Can jungle a little bit. Probably that's its best spot because it's such a late game. You don't want to get bullied in the lane too much. With the support, it's pretty good for sure. So if I was a Gardevoir, depending on who your jungler is, I'd probably be bottom lane with like good support. We'll get into those later. But yeah, Gardevoir, great late game, but takes a little while to get there. But overall, very B for balanced. B for balanced. That's all I gotta say. Eldegoss. So Eldegoss, we've had an S for quite a while. I think some stuff has changed. Obviously, some nerfs to it happened. I didn't think those were too impactful, but they are nerfs. I just think that some stuff's happened in the last couple days, and I think Eldegoss now finds itself in the A ranking. Still very good. Still would love to see an Eldegoss on my team. If you can be hitting those pollen puffs accurately, that's awesome. They should add a little thing, at least for pollen puff, where you can choose if it auto targets like the nearest ally or enemy. Maybe just like a secondary option. That would be nice because it does auto target the enemy, and you know, you want to use that for healing, you know, about 90% of the time. Alright, Cinderace. I think Cinderace is still great. Still probably the best jungler, or one of the best. He's right up there. So, Cinderace, still in the S. Still very good. We got another S here, Lucario. Probably the best all-arounder. Has great execute potential. Great, you know, just great abilities. Able to dash in there and do a bunch of damage. Power Punch, increasing its attack speed. Very good, Lucario. Great laner, which is difficult to say for a lot of these Pokemon. A lot of these Pokemon want the jungle, but you can only really support one in the jungle, so it's good if you have a Pokemon, an attacker all-arounder that's good in the lane. Crustal. Crustal got some buffs. More defensive sort of stuff, but I do think he still sits in the C tier. You just gotta show me some more, Crustal. I still think that you are the worst defender. And, you know, next month I'm expecting Blastoise with the mobile release, and I think Blastoise will be better than you. So you probably only got one way to go, Crustal, and that's down. So all you Crustal mains, make sure you thumbs down this video and, you know, bitch about Crustal being a C tier. But hey, that's where you are. C for Crustal. That's the Crustal tier. How about that? I won't put anyone else in C tier. C will just be for Crustal. Alright. All you Crustal mains, don't feel too bad because we got our first D pick. Absol got the D. Yeah, just good early game. Listen, you're gonna be in this video. You're in Great League. You know, you've been playing this game since release. You're in Great League. And, you know, Absol destroys you in the early game. You lose your bottom goal. You know, you rage quit, and then you hop into your next game. Now you've gone from Great 2 down to Great 1 because you rage quit. and Absol does the same thing to you. Listen, get up to Vet, get up to Ultra, and tell me, you know, Absol's still good. He's not. Absol, very, very bad. Once you get past that first Dreadnought, he just goes down. So, do you want somebody who really doesn't add anything to team fights and is useless after the first third of the game? No, thank you. Slowbro. Slowbro got nerfed to his Surf, and I think that really hurts him. We've had Slowbro in a solid A tier for a while. I think he goes down to B. The other defender who's going to be ahead of him, hint, hint, wink, wink, did get some nerfs, but they weren't as impactful as this Surf nerf. This Surf nerf, from 3 seconds of hindrance down to 2 seconds, that's a 50% difference, you know, from 2 to 3. So 3 to 2 is 33, but you know, vice versa. Yeah, just big nerf on Slowbro. Very annoying Pokemon to go up against for sure, because the Surf early game is pretty good. But yeah, he's still good. He's still solid. I see a Slowbro on my team, like, okay, we can still win. We can still do things, but not where he used to be. Charizard. Charizard is very solid. Again, he's in Gardevoir. He's a very balanced Pokemon. Again, he's a Pokemon that really thrives in the jungle. Unfortunately, you can only fit one in the jungle, so that forces him to lane a lot. You know, depending on your team comp, of course. His Unite move is great. Definitely use the energy amplifier with him. You know, take advantage of that increased Unite move. Getting 3, maybe even 4 Unite moves off in a game is great. Yeah, Charizard, very solid pick. I'm never disappointed to see a Charizard. If the jungle meta was different and Charizard was in the jungle, like if he was a jungler, he'd be in the A tier for sure. But I think because there are several Pokemon better at it, that he falls in the B tier. Mr. Mime. Oh, Mr. Mime. Where my Mime mains at? Where my Mime mains at? Yo, you know where this boy going. This boy going probably in C tier. Sorry, Crustal. No more C for Crustal. You had your time to shine. You were there for a solid minute or two. Yeah, Mr. Mime, again, with some changes to stuff in the last couple days with the support meta, as well as I think just every other support being better than him. People will be like, Mr. Mime, he's a mage. Well, why the hell are you picking a support as a mage then? I think that there are a couple better mage class type Pokemon too. So, yeah, Mr. Mime, not so high on. Pikachu. Remember in like day 1 patch, I had this boy up here. Then we're like, okay, maybe he's more here. Pikachu, great early game. And then just falls off a cliff here. He's kind of like Absol, but at least he can do some stuff in team fights, being a ranged attacker. Electro Ball being a sure hit, track down, and just snipe objectives and snipe really weak Pokemon trying to retreat. So, he's okay. I just think that there are better Pokemon. He's missing a few tools in his kit, especially like some sort of kind of dash option, you know, get out of dodge sort of option. But you know, you trying to get that roam, you trying to get that Dreadnought, make sure you have like the aim selector wheel on your screen, because it'll tell you. You don't even have to look at the minimap. You'll just see like someone's profile picture light up. You see that Pikachu picture light up and then go away. That Pikachu's hiding in the grass now. You got to get rid of him, because he's going to try and Electro Ball that Dreadnought when it's at, you know, about 10% HP. So force him out there. Cramorant, still very solid. You know, still very good early game. Gets a lot of CC. You put like a Cramorant and Ninetales and Wigglytuff, like you got CC for days. You know, very solid. Again, good Pokemon. B tier, good Pokemon. Real good. I don't mind having a couple of these on my team, but I want to make sure I got a lot of these S and A tiers on there too. But still, Cramorant, very good. Garchomp, he got some buffs. But I don't know if they bring him out of the D tier. I think that his early game is still just way too weak. We'll have to see. Could he move up to C tier? Maybe. But I mean, when you're C and D tier, You're either Crustal tier or you're getting the D. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. I think he's still in D tier. I don't see a big difference with the movement buff. And yeah, that's about it. Machamp, you know something? Machamp could have been A or S. I think he's somewhere around A or B. He can be super annoying. He's a good laner and a good jungler. I'm going to put him in A, just because I think he can operate in both. Blissey hurts him. I'll say that much. Blissey does hurt him, which is what makes me think he could be B. But we're going to put him in A. Gonna be generous to my Machamp mains. You the real champ. You the real MVP, Machamp mains. You just click submission and rush in there. You do you, baby. Alright, Snorlax. They nerfed him, but he's still the best defender. You know, his Unite move was the big hit, but, you know, maybe you gotta click it when you're a little more about a third HP instead of like 25%, whatever, but still the best defender. They really didn't change block too much. It still can push people and stun them, and you get a couple people in your teammates that, you're all good, you're all good. Alright, Venusaur, still in the B, again, just another very solid Pokemon. Range sniper, you know, very good early game. You know, struggles a little bit in those team fights, but if you know how to do the camera angles and you can skill shot those solar beams from like the bush or whatever, you're doing all right. I don't mind a Venusaur anymore. All right, Zeraora, another Pokemon that's just turned out to be very solid, very good Pokemon. Again, the jungle metas pushed him out. A lot of the speedsters pushed out of the jungle due to just, you know, attackers being better at that, and some all-arounders being better as well. So, but still very solid. Still, they nerfed his Unite move a couple patches ago, but it still hones in. It still gets after that Pokemon, will chase him down, do some good damage. He's got built-in healing, so pretty good. Again, very solid. We're going to see the B tier really get extended out here. I just think that with these balance changes and the meta stuff, there are just a lot of very good, solid Pokemon. Just a lot of good ones. And it doesn't take much to get you up to that A or S. Like, there's not like a big difference, but there is a difference. And that's why, you know, that's why we have a tier list. Anyway, moving on, Talonflame. I think it's still very solid, but again, forced out of the jungle. If the jungle meta could change to let these speedsters do something, you might see these guys move up a little bit. But right now, still a little too frail for Talonflame, a little outclassed by other junglers, but really good Pokemon. Gengar, nah, I never see Gengars really anymore at Highlighter, and when I do, they just don't do too much. You know, just... He might even be D tier, but I mean, he's better than Absol. So, there's that. Ninetales. We've had Ninetales up in S for quite a while. I think it's still up in S. Just the amount of stuff it can do. The CC, the Aurora Veil, you know, boosts in team fights. You know, Dazzling Gleam is so annoying. Like I said, Ninetales and Cramorant is a great, like, CC combo. Ninetales, Cramorant, Slowbro. Oh! You're never acting again, buddy. You're never acting again. Wigglytuff, I think, has been very solid with the buffs and everything. It's very tanky. It can definitely get in there. You know, that was the difference between Wigglytuff and Eldegoss before, was Wigglytuff, you gotta get close range. You gotta do, you know, your actions right in front of the enemy. So giving her that extra bulk was great. Allows her to operate as her kit is intended to. Greninja got a nerf to Smokescreen. I don't think it's too big of a nerf for it though, and it did get a buff to Water Shuriken, so that definitely helps its kiting, you know, ability when poking in and out from the jungle. It kind of competes with Cinderace right here as like the two best junglers right now. But competing with Cinderace is a good spot. That puts you in the S tier for sure. And last, but certainly not least, I've been loving this Pokemon. You know, 100% win rate. I only got that one game recorded. That was my first game with Blissey. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll have that posted at the end of this video. So definitely do. Had my balance and patch note list of stuff, and then a gameplay with Blissey. Blissey's S tier. Blissey might actually be like the S tier. I think if your team doesn't have a Blissey, you are so far behind. Helping Hand. Broken Helping Hand. Just amazing move. And I think depending on your skill level or what you want to do, Soft Boil or Safeguard are both great. I've tried both in different games and they've both been amazing. I usually look at what my opponent has. If I see they got like Machamp, Slowbro, you know, Cramorant, like a lot of stuff that's going to do a lot of CC, you go with that Safeguard. If you look at their team and it's more like Snorlax, Zeraora, Gardevoir sort of thing, where you're not going to get too much CC, you go with the Soft Boil. So yeah, that is the list, you know. Yeah, let me know what you think. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Make sure you stay tuned for this weekend. We'll have the podcast coming back for our draft league, talking about the end of season 5. Hopefully we'll have the reigning champ Danielle on there. We'll go over some of the stuff leading up for season 6, and then Sunday night live stream we'll have the season 6 draft for the draft league, so definitely want to stay tuned for that. And then we get into draft battles, we get into more Pokemon Unite battles, you know, some other stuff along the way. So you definitely want to be subscribed to the GPS. And as always, stay classy, society.